Not one of us shall fail to keep all in battle! Victory is well within our grasp. Time our foe will surely see this and lose heart. Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight. General lies dead. Pray our warriors' hearts fill with thirst for vengeance and not despair. The enemy king is dead! Crush his men while they gnash their teeth and weep! Our enemy flees before us like a herd of goats! Drive them from the battle! Unit, make haste! Rejoice! The infidel general lies dead! May all praise to Allah! You have left our enemy lost! They run like children! Scour them from the field! Our foe fights with horns made of clay! We are winning the battle! foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle. The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
General Bodyguard, attack quickly!
Sultan, only half our force remains.
Group units, cover line! Units, make haste!
The leader of our allies lies slain. Pray his troops do not lose their will to fight. Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle. Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight. Behold our worthless foe! See how their general turns tail and flees like a whipped dog! Victory is ours. A victory both righteous and well-deserved. It cannot be said otherwise.
Prisoners for profit! Long live the warriors of Islam!
How may I...
Orders? The infidels' army will not survive! Besieging the enemy!
Orders.
Na'am, Sultan!
How may I serve, Sultan? We shall end this day in triumph! Yes, Sultan. Besieging this place. Long live the warriors of Islam! Allah, the most merciful, has delivered us! Victory!
Orders? What is the Sultan's will?
Sultan! As you will! How may I serve, Sultan? The sun sets on today's journey.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Sibni Lawadi, infidel!
Orders? Na'am, Sultan!
Orders. Orders. How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan. Orders. How may I serve, Sultan?
Orders?
Orders. How may I serve, Sultan?
Na'am, orders, mighty Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Na'am, great Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Yes, Sultan. Yes, Sultan! Closing to engage! The sea is yours, great Sultan!
Na'am, Sultan. Orders?
Sultan. We march.
What is the Sultan's will? Na'am, Sultan. Splitting our forces.
How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan. How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan. Orders. Sultan. Orders. How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. Sultan. Orders. As will. Forming up together, Sultan. Sultan. Orders. How may we move, Sultan? How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. As you will, splitting the army. How may I serve, Sultan? As you will. We rest here until dawn. How may I serve, Sultan?
Our enemies will suffer.
Orders.
Struggle if you like. I will take.
Sultan. How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. Galar.
Na'am, great Sultan. Horse said.
How may I serve? As you will. Disembarking, mighty Sultan. How may I serve, Sultan?
Orders, mighty Sultan. Horse said.
Sultan. How may I... As you will. Moving the men ashore. Orders. As you will.
As my Sultan wills.
How may I serve, Sultan? Orders.
Yes. We move.
Sultan. Yalar. Orders. How may I serve, Sultan?
Our enemies will suffer.
Orders.
Inshallah, none of them shall escape us. To battle! We showed the enemy no mercy, Sultan.
Sultan. We march. How may I serve, Sultan?
Na'am, great Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Na'am, great Sultan. Joining the fleets, horse said. Yes, Sultan.
Sultan. Yalar.
Horse said. Like the weary camel, now we must rest. Orders, mighty Sultan. Yes, Sultan.
As my Sultan will. I will bring our forces together.
Na'am, great Sultan.
Sultan. Orders.
You will have no rights.
My eyes are yours. Unseen, invisible.
As my Sultan wills. Of course, Sultan. Na'am. We will defend this place with our lives, Sultan.
How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan.
Orders? The sun sets on today's journey. Infidels to kill, Sultan!
Orders. The infidels wait at our gates, Sultan. It is a siege. They fight like a cornered snake. Pull back! Continuing tomorrow, mighty Sultan.
I will wreak great vengeance on you for that, infidel! If it is a fight you wish, come closer.
How may I serve, Sultan? Orders. Inshallah, we will smite this foe, Sultan.
As my Sultan wills. Our enemies will suffer.
The Sultan's will.
How may I serve, Sultan? Yallah.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Admiring the enemy, eh?
We must anchor until morning. Na'am, great Sultan. Until death! Victory, Sultan! Orders, mighty Sultan. Course set.
For we march. Ashur, Yallah.
Of course, Sultan.
Sultan. We move, Sultan.
Orders, mighty Sultan. Na'am, great Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Yes, Sultan. Closing to engage. Na'am, great Sultan. Until... Orders, mighty Sultan. Course set. Na'am, great Sultan. Like the weary camel, now we must rest. Orders, mighty Sultan. Merging with the fleet. Inshallah, our winds shall be fair.
How may I serve?
Yes.
Orders. Merging our armies.
Infidels to kill, Sultan!
How may I serve? Orders. We march. The sun sets on today's journey. We rest here until dawn. Sultan.
Yes. Shubadak.
How may I serve, Sultan? We move.
Infidels to kill, Sultan!
Orders.
Yes.
I bear a message that you would be wise to heed. No matter. This concludes our meeting, yes?
We're close to orders, Captain!
A new plague grips the land. The Black Death rides upon the wind, killing all who breathe it in a matter of days. What horrible crime has mankind committed for God to punish the whole world so horribly?
Na'am, great Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Leaving Na'am, great Sultan.
How may I win?
We cannot plot that course. Course set. We must anchor. Orders, mighty Sultan. Yes, Sultan. Closing to engage. The sea is yours. Orders, mighty Sultan. Na'am, great Sultan. Merging with the fleet. Yes, Sultan. Like the weary camel, now we must... Na'am, great Sultan. Orders, mighty Sultan. Combining fleets.
As my Sultan wills. Na'am.
Orders. We march. Continuing tomorrow, mighty Sultan. Orders. As you will. How may I serve, Sultan? Continuing tomorrow.
Our enemies will suffer. Forming a force, the infidels to kill, Sultan.
My master will reward. Struggle if you like. I will take you.
Sultan.
Na'am, Sultan. Yalla! We rest here until... As my Sultan wills. Of course, Sultan. We move at first...
Orders, mighty Sultan.
As my Sultan wills. As my Sultan wills. Tomorrow's journey...
Na'am, great Sultan. Inshallah, our winds shall be fair. Orders, mighty Sultan.
My eyes are yours, leaving no trace, Sultan.
I am not here. I look forward to fighting you.
How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan, we march!
شو بدك؟ نعم. Our enemies will suffer. Yalla! Marching no further.
Sultan! Orders! Sultan! How may I serve, Sultan? We move, Sultan. We rest here until dawn. Sultan! 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 Yalla!
Orders, mighty Sultan. Sultan, we cannot sail there. We must anchor until morning.
Warriors of Islam!
Orders? As you will. As my Sultan will. We shall board at once, taking your men ashore, blessed Sultan. As my Sultan wills.
Orders, mighty Sultan. Yes, Sultan.
How may I remove, Sultan? Disembarking, mighty Sultan. How may I...
As my Sultan...
Orders. We march!
As my Sultan wills.
Naam, great Sultan. Yes, Sultan.
As my Sultan wills.
How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan! We march! Urging our armies.
As my Sultan wills.
Orders. We move, Sultan. How may I... As you will. Forming up together, Sultan.
You will have struggle if you like.
As my Sultan wills. As my Sultan wills.
Orders. Yalar. Orders. How may I serve, Sultan? Sultan. Joining the ranks.
As my Sultan wills.
Sultan. Orders. Yalar.
As my Sultan wills.
Was it your brother I killed? You all look alike to me. Struggle if you like. I will take your lot.
Orders, mighty Sultan.
Sultan. As you will. Orders. Yalar.
As my Sultan wills.
How may I serve, Sultan? Iman.
As my Sultan wills.
Was it your brother I killed? You all look alike to me.
Orders. Remove, Sultan.
As my Sultan wills.
How may I serve, Sultan?
As my Sultan wills.
As you will.
As my Sultan wills. What is the Sultan's will?
Joining the ranks!
Sultan.
As my Sultan wills. Orders? As my Sultan wills.
Orders. Sultan. Remove, Sultan.
As my Sultan wills.
Sultan. Iman. Joining the ranks.
Shubadak, our enemies will suffer.
That is cowardly. Fight me. Struggle if you like. I will take your lands and women regardless.
Naam. Shubadak. Yes. Naam. Shubadak, as my Sultan wills. Yes, Shubadak. There shall be no mercy for these infidels.